Hello, welcome back to my channel. We are Dancing with the Stars today. It is Wednesday. I am a day late, I realize. If you haven't seen any of my other things, you will realize that I'm always going to be a day late. It is what it is. So, I just watched the show, so it's very, very fresh for me. And I got some thoughts, y'all. So I watched half of it at work. So here are my half notes, and my other notes are, 21st century on the computer. So this is week 2, and this is our first elimination of the season. We start out with Neve and Jenna, and they dance a cha-cha. And there are a lot of different dances throughout the night. Like, I don't know why I always thought on Dancing with the Stars that they danced, everybody always danced a different dance, but they danced a lot of the same dances. So that's interesting to see, especially now that I'm taking notes and really paying attention to what they're doing. So Neve is such a showman, okay? He is so lovely, y'all. He is not the Neve that we see on MTV. He is just a showman. He is wow, and he is shocking, and he is almost outshining Jenna, which is very difficult. But anyway, Neve and Jenna got a 21 for this week's dance, and I am just thrilled. I am thrilled. He is easily becoming some of my top favorite people. So the second people to dance on this episode, it was Skye and Alan. And we all know that Alan is one of my favorites, and he is fabulous and wonderful. And also Skye she is lovely. I don't know much about Skye because I don't watch the Disney Channel anymore. But anyway, they danced to samba, and all I can say about this is that this was a really disheartening performance for them because she is such a light, and this partnership is crazy good. Like, Alan pulled her right out of her misstep, and she jumped right back in, and they just kept going. And it's same for Alan. Like, he is such a professional, obviously, and she is as well, especially to be as young as she is. And the judges were nice with their comments, but not so nice with their scores. They got a 15. Now, this is a little much for me because we'll see later amongst everybody else's scores, I think that 15 was given and definitely not deserved. But anyway, so then we have Johnny and Britt, and I'm still not a big fan of Johnny. I mean, he is definitely a showman, but I don't know, I'm just not a fan of his dancing, but he sure was feeling Lady Gaga, and he was much, much better for me this week than last week. So kudos to Johnny and Britt, they definitely worked. This was my first inkling during this episode that everything is being so rushed, and I have never in my life known about it being this way watching Dancing with the Stars, especially as long as I've been watching it. And it's just very rushed with the judges, and it's just like Tyra's talking to the dancers too much maybe, and it's too much for me. Like, I watch this show to watch people dance, and I watch the show to see the judges critique their dances so that they can get better. And how are these people supposed to get better if the judges are not telling them their critiques? Their scores really don't mean much if the judges are not being able to speak. So that's just kind of where I'm at with that at this point in the show. It's just very rushed, and I think Tyra is talking to them too much to where we can't see what the judges really think. But anyway, Johnny and Britt got an 18. Justina and Sasha. She is becoming one of my favorites. She has so much life, and she is so lovely, and she is not a stick girl, and clearly that is so great. Like, I love seeing this on TV. Sasha also, he is my favorite male dancer. They danced a foxtrot, and it was absolutely beautiful. Like, everything about it was outstandingly beautiful. I loved it so much. And honestly, like, I think the foxtrot may be one of my favorite types of dance. It is just absolutely gorgeous. A lot of the dancers did those tonight. There was a lot of foxtrots, and it was just so lovely to watch. But they got a 21, and it was absolutely well deserved. I was very, very pleased. Monica and Val, they danced a jive, and I believe that was the only jive of the evening, and it wasn't very jivey for me. Like, I'm not a judge by any means, but they was talking about the toilet paper flicks, and I'm like, but I didn't even see you flick off no toilet paper. Okay. I love watching Val dance. He is just absolutely stunning while he's dancing. He has so much energy and just so lovely. I just really am not here for this job, to be real honest with you. But again, with the rushing and the talking and whatever, but Monica and Val got a 16. But again, don't forget, Skye and Alan got a 15. I'm going to continue to remind you of this throughout the night. Anyway, my guy, AJ with Cheryl, they also did a foxtrot, so I was already like, yes. So this was so cute. It was such a show. He is such a showman, obviously. We have all seen him with the Backstreet Boys, and we know how well he can sing, how well he can dance, and how good of a show he can put on. So I was very, very here for this foxtrot. But this is my problem. So, not to rag on Tyra too much, because I do enjoy her being a host. I will say that. It's just she is rushing the judges too much and talking too much to the contestants. They were in such a rush to get through the judges, but they allowed him to talk about his wife and be emotional about it when he said something and he was done. I just don't understand what is the point of them allowing them to talk so much, but we're not hearing what the judges have to say. Anyway, AJ and Cheryl got a 19. So then we have Ann and Keo. I was pleasantly surprised because last week I was not very impressed about her because I was very upset that Keo had another partner that wasn't going to do very well. But I think the foxtrot was nice. My eyebrows raised up. I was very pleased with this because of course I love a foxtrot, but it was a little choppy, a little weird, but still she had much, much, much improvement from last week, and they got an 18. Again, Skye and Alan got a 15. I'm just saying. Then I also made this little note. Is this show about Tyra or about dancing? I'm just wondering. Again, I like the girl. I do. But what are we watching this for? Are we watching this for dancing? I'm just wondering. Nelly and Daniela did a cha-cha. And let me tell you, Nelly is very smooth with his dances. And his shoes are very lovely. But honestly, where are your hips at? He didn't have no hips when they was doing movements. What are you doing? Anyway, Nelly got a 18 and his shoes were on point, okay? So that was all the note-taking I took on my old, old school paper here. We jumped on Chriselle and Gleb, and they did a Roomba, and I'm pretty sure this was the only Roomba of the night, and the Roomba is very, sexy and stuff. And, well, the song was a winner for me, first and foremost. This Is Me from The Greatest Showman. Fabulous. It is just such an uplifting, powerful song. So lovely. And also for her, it was worlds better this week. She was feeling the song. She was feeling herself. Her package and her story was just so, it was heartbreaking because nobody ever really knew what she went through growing up. That's so sad, but look at where she's come, you know what I mean? And this song was perfect for her. She had so much confidence, and you could tell, and I loved her outfit. She was absolutely beautiful. It was a yes for me. She got an 18. Then we have Charles and Emma, and they did a cha-cha. Bless his heart. He is so lovely, and I just got finished watching the Netflix documentary about Michael Jordan, The Last Dance, and he was just so great, and he obviously was a great basketball player, but bless his heart, he's so stiff, but I love watching him. He's so pleasant to watch, and Emma puts on such a great show, so she makes up for everything that there may be lacking, and it was just so cute, and he was so much better this week, so much better, and he got a 15. Jesse and Sharna. So I'm still loving Sharna, and I'm obviously still loving Jesse because he's back from my day. And they did a foxtrot, so clearly my little heart is going to be very happy, and oh my God, did they look absolutely beautiful. I mean, it just flowed so nicely, and he looked so good. The theme, the dancing. She's fabulous. He is also lovely. I mean, look at those facial expressions he was giving us, y'all. Ugh. And he got a well-deserved 20 this week. But then again, I'm going to say it one more time. Tyra is okay. I like her. I enjoy her energy. But I would rather hear what the judges have to say about these dances. Like, I want to know what they thought. They are professional dancers and they judge. And why are we not hearing what they have to say? That might be the last of what you hear of that for the night. But I don't know. After that, we have Jeannie and Brandon. And they did a cha-cha. And I love this pair. Brandon is so lovely. He is pretty new to Dancing with the Stars because he's a newer pro. And she is just a light. She is just a ray of freaking sunshine. I really, really, really love them together. Brandon is so good. And I am so glad that he got a good partner this year. Like, I feel like they're going to go very, very far. They got an 18 for their cha-cha. And then we have the lovely Carol and Pasha. They did a Viennese waltz. And it was nice to kind of see the real Carol, you know, and kind of see her other than just kind of putting on a smile and keeping it moving. But I did think, I was like, this is such an elaborate set for her. Like, they had flowers everywhere and stairs and this and that and all the cats. Pasha definitely catered the choreography to her. Like, she was actually not terrible, and it made it better for what she was able to do. Do you know what I mean? So I was kind of pleased. Like, she was much better, but still not great, and I wish she would go home. So they got a 16. Again, lastly, Skye and Alan got a 15. You will never not hear me fuss about this, okay? This is not okay. Carol Baskin got a higher score than her. Get real. Vernon and Peta did a Paso Doble, and Peta got her a good partner. She was so lucky. He was so fabulous, and he's such a showman, and yes, it is a yes. They got an 18. Finally, after all the teasing and taunting of Tyra tonight that Kaitlyn got hurt and that she may or may not dance tonight, we finally see Kaitlyn and Artem do a foxtrot. I love Kaitlyn. She's sassy like me, and she might as well be my soul sister. And I loved her dress. She looked absolutely beautiful, and I'm just still so excited for her to be on this show because she's so excited, and she is genuinely excited. She acts like a human just like me or you, and she's so happy. And her dancing, I did not know that she had that much background in dancing. I had no clue, but that makes sense as to why she wanted to be on the show because she's actually going to be pretty damn good. Anyway, her dancing was lovely. I love the foxtrot. Her dress was to die for. She looked beautiful. And they got a 22, which was the highest score of the night. Derek gave her an 8 with a hurt ankle. Okay, she's a force to be reckoned with. And that is how we end the episode this evening. So we have an elimination. We had a live vote last night. Even though I didn't watch it last night, I did go online and vote. I gave AJ most of my votes. I'm sorry. I gave him half. And then I gave 1 to Kaitlyn, 1 to Jeannie, 1 to Jessie, and maybe Alan. And then also I gave my other to Justina. Yes. So that was my votes, and that's how I voted. And there you go. There's a bottom 2. So Charles and Emma and Carol and Pasha were in the bottom 2. And then once they get the bottom 2, apparently how they're going to do it this year is that the judges are going to vote for which one that they think they should stay. I think that they did this last year. So Carrie Ann said to save Carol. Bruno said to save Charles. And then Derek, with no time to think because Tyra's rushing him again, chooses Carol to stay. So Emma and Charles are eliminated. On the second week of Dancing with the Stars, his poor self did not have any time to, like, prove to people that he could do something. I think that he grew this week and he did so much better. But alas, he is gone. So that is my week 2 recap of Dancing with the Stars and the Elimination, which I think is shit because Carol Baskin should have went home on the first week because she ain't that great. She better go home next week or I'm gonna be pissed. That's that. The show comes on Monday next week, so we'll be having a video here on my YouTube channel on Tuesday. You can like this video. If you do, give it a thumbs up. And subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to subscribe. Y'all are watching and you ain't subscribing. You can also follow me on Instagram at ActuallyRach. I also am doing some recaps of Big Brother because that's where my heart lies. I will tag my most recent video from Sunday on there. I will be doing another one this evening after the episode tonight, so be on the lookout for that if you watch this in between now and then. And that is all. That is all I have. I will see you guys next week on Tuesday. Don't forget, on Tuesday night, the day after the show is on TV, I will do another recap of Dance with the Stars. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching.